Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zeng Kong. Homage to His Holiness's 16 Karmapa. And homage to Master Tupten Tarji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of the group practice today, the Mahajundi Buddha Mother. Sumo, Danzeng Katso, Tuten Siti, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, and spiritual center directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening, everyone. How do you do?
I stand Shanange Hola amigo Te quiero mucho Sugoi Ichiwa Kimochi Jumi Yapi Pini Konbanwa。那我们今天是修这个准提佛母。
Today we practice Jundi Buddha Mother.
准提佛母，它可以当本尊，也可以当护法。
We can have Jundi Buddha Mother as our Yidam, or the main meditational deity, as well as our protector.
它是属于一个很大法力的本尊。
This is considered a Yidam with great Dharma power.
像以前我讲过那个，有几个上师的本尊呢。
In the past, I have talked about the Yidams of several of my gurus.
普方上师啊。
Like Master Pu Fang,
我皈依过普方上师。
I have taken refuge in him.
就是准提佛母。
His Yidam is Jundi Buddha Mother.
那图登大比的。
And the Yidam of Master Tupten Dorji was Gurukula Buddha Mother.
他们有自己的想法，跟他们的做法。
They have their own mentality and
普方上师的准提佛母
actions.
相应法的法本。
Therefore, I have the practice procedure of both Jundi Buddha Mother from Master Pu Fang, and also many others from Master Pu Fang.
那么准提佛母呢
Jundi Buddha
它
Mother
在这个什么叫做金刚界，什么叫做开场界？
What is the womb mandala and the Vajra mandala? The Vajradhatu mandala in Tantrayana talks about the ground of fruition, and the Dharmadhatu mandala talks about the causal ground, and the Vajradhatu is the resultant ground. When they have attainment, they would become a deity in the Vajradhatu mandala. And from the start of the spiritual cultivation, they belong in the Dharmadhatu mandala. So the difference between the Vajradhatu and Dharmadhatu, and they are called the Vajra and Dharma Dhatus. So in Tantrayana, the so-called development stages is equivalent to the Dharma Dhatu, and the perfection stage is the Vajra Dhatu. So there are development stages as well as the perfection stage. Do you know that in Jundi Buddha Mother, where does Jundi Buddha Mother belong to in the Dharmadhatu mandala? Or Dharmadhatu realm? Or the womb mandala? Anyone knows? There are many courts in the mandala. Avalokitesvara court, Akasagarbha court, Viscambin court, many courts in the mandala. Anyone is practicing Jundi as their yidams? Should be many. Please raise your hand if you have Jundi as your yidam. Why don't you search and research it? Which court does Jundi Buddha Mother belong to? Let me see. It's from the internet. In Dharmadhatu mandala, she is referred as the mother of 7 Kodis Buddhas. The Pian Tze court of the Lotus division, which belongs to Amitabha Buddha, which is the chief of that division. Amitabha is the chief. So, in the Dharmadhatu mandalas, referred as the mother of the 7 Kodis. She is the mother of the Lotus division. So you can search, and you need to remember, like you don't even know, even when you have Jundi as your yidam. She resides in the Pian Tze court. What does Pian Tze means? Pian is like all encompassing. It's like the one of the epithet of the Buddha is like all omni knowledge. So she's the mother of the lotus division. So you need to understand her origin. So what do 7 Kodis mean? Buddha, mother of 7 Kodis, Buddhas. So, just as analogy, about 7 billions or 700 millions, basically a lot, of Buddhas came from Jundi, Buddha mother. So she's the mother of 7 Kodis Buddhas. So today we practice Jundi, Buddha mother, so you need to know all about her, her origin. So in the Vajradhatu Mandala or Diamond Mandala, as well as the Dharmadhatu Mandala or the Womb Mandala, where or what position does she hold? That's considered knowledge. So she residing at the Pianzi court, which is the omni-knowing, all-knowing court. It's like the epithet of the Buddha called Samyak Sambuddha. Let me tell some jokes. It was too serious earlier. The wife complained to her husband. As a housewife, the work is endless. And the husband replied, well, what can we do? Because you don't agree that I have 2 wives. I'm telling you that this year, the election in Taiwan is the election of the highest rate. Why? Because all the candidates are discussing the incumbents' research papers. You would know if you watch the news how much she plagiarized in her dissertation papers. Someone hurt her leg, and her best friend went to the hospital to visit her. And she warned her friend that be careful when you find a husband not like mine. And she was like, wow, so he hit you? And she replied, but today he ducked my kicking. That's why I hit the table or the metal board. Nobody laugh. I think we've told this joke, but we can still. talk about it. A couple was strolling in the park, and the wife saw a couple of swans swimming in the pond, and she's so envious. Look at that couple, they're so loving. And the husband didn't say anything. And then after a while, the couple strolled by the pond again. And the wife was really happy. Look at the swans, they're still so romantic. But the husband said, hey, pay attention. The female swan has changed. It's a different one. Wang said, the girl that you introduced to me is blind. One eye, her one is blind in one of her eyes. And the matchmaker, and blamed the matchmaker, but the matchmaker said, I did tell you. It's an idiom in Chinese that see like you immediately upon one gaze, basically like with one eye. So she has only one eye, one working eye. Now we'll get to the question and answer. Question by Lianhua Peilin. Our most precious root guru, Namo Buddhaya. I would like to ask a question. As a tantric disciple, what would be the best way to receive the first-rate confirmation and approval, blessing on the head? It's not the blessing on the heads that we normally receive. I think I have to be very hardworking in my practice in order to receive your confirmation. Is that right, or anything else? Thank you for resolving my question. Thank you. She came from a country. And she wrote, please don't say it. Please don't state the name of my country. Maybe Russia. Because nowadays people hate Russia. Actually, everyone has a different thinking. Maybe it's Ukraine or Iran. This question I've never thought about. The first rate blessing for confirmation. So how would I touch? If you ask about empowerment, then I would know the highest kind is the great perfection empowerment. Like if you talk about empowerments, then the first level is the base empowerment, the second level is the inner practice empowerment, the empowerment of red and white flower, the third level is the highest yoga tantra empowerment, which is called the wisdom empowerment, and the fourth level is the great perfection empowerment. So 4 levels: vase empowerment, red and white flower empowerment for inner tantric practices, highest yoga tantra empowerment, and the highest, the great perfection empowerment. And many other smaller empowerments. Is there a blessing on the heads with the first rate? I don't know. How should I touch you so that it's first rate? It's not the kind of blessings on the head that you usually do during ceremonies. I think this is something that we can receive through diligent practice, of course, because through diligent practice, that's diligence, that's the basics. We know that for bodhisattvas, their career or their jobs are to give, to abide by the precepts, to be diligent, to endure, to have wisdom, and to have meditative stability. So generosity, precepts, endurance, diligence, wisdom, and meditative stability. And of those, diligence, as told by past gurus, the 6 attainments, the 6 kinds of attainments of a bodhisattva would embody diligence in all of them. So diligence in giving, diligence in abiding by the precepts, diligence in endurance, diligence in meditation, and diligence in wisdom. So diligence can be applied to all of them. In the perfection of all of them, you need to be diligent. So yes, you need to be diligent in your practice. That's the diligence paramita. And it is true that you would receive approval from Grandmaster by being diligent. Yes. If you're lazy or procrastinating, or like we often say, if a person is not diligent, then they're considered to be regressing. So Grandmaster's perseverance, like I always write an article a day, paint a painting a day, do my Dhamma practice every day. That's why I said, if you don't practice for a day, you're a ghost for that day. You need to be able to do those. You want to make your life meaningful. You want to do meaningful things every day. You cannot just get by, muddle-headed. Then you're just passing by, and days just falter that way. So every day you want to do meaningful things, every day you cultivate spiritually, then it will continue to improve, to progress. That's why we say we want to increase and enhance our wisdom, to increase our good deeds. We want to increase everything. so that eventually one day you reach the top. Then you would receive Grandmaster's recognition or confirmation that Grandmaster would approve that you have given a lot to the school. Like Simu, although she's sick, but her dedication to the school is great. Although she's sick, she's still doing things. So she did not stop, although she's sick. I mean, she could have retired. Had it been me, I would have retired long ago. Because you cannot control your body. I would just do my own practice and then let the school affairs be taken care of by other people. But she's not. She's still giving. So I'm very grateful to her. Her offering. So if you have such a offering, then I would recognize you. So there's no other conditions, just be diligent. And eventually you would receive Grandmaster's approval.
I
don't know if it's true or not, this joke. Must be fake.
The
central media in China did what's that called? Like a survey. How would you pronounce China in the English China? And that's how they do it. The poor man would say, this is homophobe in Chinese. Money, but it sounds like China. China. The doctors would say, cat. Yeah, this is just play of words in Chinese.
前卫的前，这个新的光棍，光棍念，妻啊，妻子的妻，妻啊，有钱的人念，妻啊，妻啊，妻妾，妾了，妾了。 在恋爱的人念亲啊，亲啊，亲热的亲，亲啊。乞丐念气呢，小偷念窃呢，强盗读枪呢，政府读拆呢。 就拆掉的拆，拆了。建筑商念圈呐，圈哪一块地圈？平民念迁呐，就是迁到哪里去？你说谁的发音最标准
？So which pronunciation is the most accurate? That's how I pronounce it. How would you pronounce it?
CHINA. China.
China. How do you pronounce it?
China. 所以哦，我不学英文的原因在这里。
That's why I don't speak English.
这么多人念
I
华，
don't learn
你怎么
English.
念？
There's so
讲
many
来讲去都不标准的。
pronunciations, so none of them is accurate.
我真的是很菜的英文。
So my English is truly bad.
很菜的英文。
Like China, truly.
那我们今天讲这个
Now
法相菩萨。
we will talk about Dharma Phenomena Bodhisattva.
摩诘经
Talk about the Vimalakirti Sutra. Now
法相两个字
it's on the Dharma Phenomena Bodhisattva.
叫菩提萨瓦。
Bodhisattva, we all know
菩提萨埵。
in Chinese Bodhisattva.
那法相
And how about Dharma
标明
phenomena?
的法相两个字，很多解释。我看了那个
Many explanations.
他的写，他
I
说写
check.
法呢，什么叫做法？法就是
What is Dharma?
千差万起，就是法。你看我
Myriad
们那个佛教里面常常讲
things
8万
that's
4
called
千法。
Dharma. In Buddhism, we often refer to the 84,000 Dharma, which means there are numerous, countless of them.
什么叫做相呢？
And what is phenomena?
相就是性，
Phenomena is
就是法性，
nature.
法性。相
Dharma
也就是性，
nature.
性也就是
So
相。
phenomena is the same as nature. Nature
那么
is
法相菩
phenomena.
萨，我简单讲那个法相
So
两个字。法相
about Dharma phenomena
Uh,
Bodhisattva, let me simply
所谓
say
大乘八宗，大乘有8个宗派。
the 8 schools of Mahayana.
上次
Do you
我
know?
讲过了。
I have talked about this before.
还有法相啊，
And also
法相宗
Dharma
是其
Laksana.
中一个宗派。
There's one of the school,
法
Dharma
相宗
Laksana
是谁
school.
取回来的？
And who obtained that?
就是玄
Shen
奘啊。
Ching, yeah, the monk Shen Ching.
玄
This is
奘
the
去到
Eastern
天竺
Yogacara.
纳
Shen
兰做大
Ching
学，
went to
去那里
India, the
求学。
Nalanda University, and
他带回来的经，带
sought
回来
knowledge,
很多的
studied
经，
there, and brought back
回到
many
唐朝，
sutras
然
back
后
to the Tang
就在大
dynasty.
雁寺啊，大
So
雁寺
at
那个叫做
the
慈恩塔吧，
the Great
那里有个塔叫
Goose
慈恩
Geese
塔，那
Temple,
是大雁塔。大雁塔、慈恩寺，
Pagoda,
对不对？
Dayan Pagoda,
大雁
and
塔、慈
Tzu
恩寺
En Temple
在那里翻译经典呐。
translated all the sutras.
玄奘带回来的，
Shen Ching
玄奘
brought
创
them
立的这个
back.
宗派，
and he established the school called the
法相宗。
Dharma
法相宗是
Laksana
讲什么？
school. And
两个字，
what it talks about is
唯识，谁
Yogacara.
讲的？
Who said that?
丹增嘎错讲。
Tanzan
法
Katsu.
相宗是专门讲唯识。
Dharma Laksana school
唯识啊，
emphasizes
眼耳
specializes in
舌
Yogacara.
身意，意跟阿赖耶。
So eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and consciousness. And then alaya, consciousness. And the ninth consciousness is the immaculate consciousness. Ampana consciousness. Alaya. So it talks about the deepest, the broadest, and the deepest part of Dharma. Now we have both Madhyamaka and Yogacara, two different schools. In Tantric Buddhism, we tend toward Madhyamaka. And the great Master Shen Ching at the Nalanda University, after learning Yogacara, he sat on the high seat. There was a custom in India about debate, so many people came to debate with Shen Ching, and we heard that he won over all the debates and succeeded, and then went back to the Tang dynasty in China. At that time, during the debates, so I researched who debated with him. It turned out that nobody debated with him. That's why he won. And he returned to Tang dynasty, but he did translate many sutras. And in Yogacara, the most important ones are Surangama Sutra is the most important sutra in Yogacara. I think it's Surangama. Oh, Jesen Ching. That belong to Yogacara. Yogacara, Karika or treatise. Many sutras belong to Yogacara. That's why this Dharma phenomena or Dharma Laksana Bodhisattva, we can say, that he truly comprehend and well versed in all Dharma phenomena. So, and he utilized the Dharma phenomena to teach sentient beings. I don't know, I don't care about other people's explanation, but this is how I would explain. Like in the Tian Tai school, it's the school of emptiness, falsehood, and the middle way. The wisdom of true emptiness, it's empty. And then all the Dharma that appear, that's the falsehood. And then combining the both, that would be the middle way. That's the threefold contemplation in one mind. And Yogacara researches like whatever you see, it's not real. They're both real and fake. And the same, what you hear can be good or both. And what you smell can be fragrant and smelly. What you taste, they're all different kinds. Let me ask you a question. the hot pepper is very spicy, right? I saw this on TV this morning. But let me ask you, what sensation do you have to know that it is spicy? Which of the senses? Please raise your hand if you know. The original nature. About hot pepper, and you can relate to original nature. You can ask the hot girls of Sichuan who love spicy food. Tongue, right, tasted by the lung. So the sense of taste. But let me tell you, based on the scientific research, the hot pepper is the sense of pain. Right. When you cut your finger, you feel the pain. When you hit or kick, you feel pain. Back pain. And shoulder pain, headache, foot ache. When you're old, pains all over. So which part of your brain controls or knows that there's a spiciness? That's the nerves for pain. That's the latest discovery on the television. I don't know if it's true or not, though. So the sense of pain. So the neural systems for pain that would be able to detect that it is spicy. Right? That's surprising to you, right? So the sense of pain. So our brain is really complex. It's not a simple matter, all the cells. It's the most complex. So the Dharma Phenomena Bodhisattva knows very many Dharma and uses Dharma to teach sentient beings. And the Dharma Phenomena School or Dharma Laksana School, which is the same as Eastern Yogacara School, especially researches this thing. The next one is the Light Phenomena Bodhisattva. And this is clear. We know about light. The key point is on the light. What is light? In the Tibetan Tantayana, we talk about offering of lamb or the ceremony of the offering of lambs or lights. So, and then the lamas would do chanting after you make the offering of lambs. And the lambs symbolize clear light radiance and wisdom. Clear light radiance and wisdom. So the key essence is in the sensation or to reflect. So you reflect upon your own behavior and conduct. So this kind of bodhisattva is called the light phenomena bodhisattva. So you often reflect upon themselves. Some people, it's never retrospective or introspective. They don't use the light to reflect upon themselves. They don't detect their own mistakes. Because anywhere there is light, darkness disappears. But there's a meaning of reflection. So with the light, you have reflection. So when you reflect upon yourselves, it's your being introspective. Which parts are mistaken, and then you use this method to teach sentient beings to be reflective and introspective. And he is, or you'd be called, light phenomena bodhisattva. Many people are like this. Confucius has said that don't ever do upon others what you don't want to be done upon yourself. So, are you willing to have your wallet stolen? Of course not. So, why do you steal other people's things then? That means you don't reflect. If you don't like to be stolen, why do you steal? Why are you a thief? Do you want to be robbed? Like if I go out and someone robs my bag, do you want to be robbed? No, of course not. Then why do you rob other people? So based on this, that's called the light phenomena bodhisattva. So Confucius has said, things that you don't want to be done upon you, don't do upon others. So do you want to be killed? Of course not, right? So why do you kill? The same concept. Confucius has said that do not do upon others what you don't want to be done upon yourself. So you always reflect upon yourself, be introspective of your actions, and you teach this method to sentient beings to always reflect and give. And then you give the purity as an offering to all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and all the Pure Lands in the 10 Dharma realms. You dedicate the merit of your bright and full of actions and behaviors that are full of wisdom, and your generosity, endurance, etc. to the deities. And such a bodhisattva is called the rigorous light bodhisattva. So this bodhisattva will adorn all the Pure Lands. So we have Dharma phenomena bodhisattva to give all kinds of Dharma and to obtain the deepest Dharma and gift.
一个是光相菩萨，
That's the Dharma
结照自
phenomena
己，
Bodhisattva. The next one is light
然后
phenomena Bodhisattva,
以这个
who
结
reflects
照
upon
来
ourselves.
教导众生的，就是光相菩萨。
And to use this
以这
reflection
个
to
光
teach
明
sentient
跟智慧
beings.
去庄严了十方的刹土。
So, using
这个
the
就是
brightness
光
and
严
wisdom
菩萨。
to adorn all the pure lands, and he would be called rigorous light Bodhisattva.
那今天就讲这三个菩萨。
So today I will cover these 3 Bodhisattvas.
这是关于读书的，在台湾读书的。
This is about schooling in Taiwan.
有一群第一志愿协力的社会新鲜人在聊天。
A group of young
建中的学
volunteers
生，
that
你知道建中
are
嘛？
students.
台北建中的学生。
So from the Jianzhong High
马
School
英
from
九是我
Taipei
们的
said
学长，
Ma
虽然晚
Ying-ju
年有点争
was
议，
our
但曾经
alumni,
是最高票的总统
although
的当选人。
he was controversial at the end, but
他是
he was elected with the most
台南一中
votes.
的学生讲，台南一
And
中，
the Tainan
我
High
们的
School
学长
said
是
our alumni was
陈
Chen Shui-bian,
虽然也有点争议，不过
although
是
he
史
also
上
had a little
第
bit
一
of
个政党
controversy.
轮替的总统，
He was the first
他
one
们
who
都出了总统。
transferred
这个建国中学，台南一中，
like the
大家
party,
转
I
头
guess, or
问
the authority.
雄中的学生呢？
And how about the students
问
from
雄中的学生
Kaohsiung's high school?
高雄中学，高雄中学。我以前是高雄出生的。
I was born in
我
Kaohsiung.
在高雄，年轻的时候，小学、初中、高中都是在高雄。大家
So
转头
from
问
elementary
高雄中学的
school
学生
and to high school, I
雄
was in
中的学
Kaohsiung.
生吞吞吐吐，涨红着脸。
And they
我的
were
学长是
very red
秋意
and
就是那
embarrassed
个
and said that our alumni was
好像是
Chu Yi,
你们立法
Do you
委
know?
员吧？
a legislator.
就说北一女的同学来了，豪气的讲，
And then
天大地
the
大，
high school,
海师大，星星那提一朵花，正清交成我不怕，中华夜校踩脚下。北一女就是台北女中是
this
最
is
高的 最好的
the
学校。
girls' high school, the best girls' high school in
星星那提一朵
in
花，
Taipei.
正清交成我不怕，中华夜校踩脚下，都是学校的名字。也就
This
是
is
讲
like
北一女的
talking about different schools,
这时候啊，
play of
中
words.
国海专协力的歌台民走过来，
And at
你
this
们还在聊什
time,
么？还不赶快
good
去工作？
timing walked by and said,
考记忆
"You're just
差的
chatting
人
here. Why don't
自
you
己
go
注意啊！
get on to work?"
所以我告诉你，不一定要名校才会出高徒。
Oh, that's why. So
师尊的成绩，
the
大家
most
知道
successful people don't necessarily come from the best
小学
schools. So you all know
最后一名
about my grades, right? I was
初中
last in
有几
elementary
两次
schools. In junior high, I stayed in the same
高
class
中
twice.
是雄工，高中高
And
工，
for my
高
high
中高
school,
工
I
助攻
was
科
in the
环刷
vocational school.
我是助工科，叫环刷。
technical study, and in college I learned a survey, and my grades were not that good even in college. The one first in class, as I said at the Taiwan Lechang Temple,
same classmate, Zhu Jinshui 先生，他是我们
Mr. Zhu Jinshui was first in class, and he's now a true Buddha school disciple too. He's a disciple of Master-Lu. And the first in the whole school was called Chen Duanzi.
在水塔里面，在自己顶楼最高的水塔里面，大楼的水塔里面自杀。
He killed himself in the water tower on top of his own apartment building.
在水塔里面
He was first in the whole school, and his wife is a true Buddha school disciple, but he killed himself.
读第一名的。 在珠金水的人很好，珠金水。
So Mr. Zhu Jinshui is a good person.
University same classmate.
He always came to listen to my Dharma teaching and ceremony at the Taiwan temple.
我是从后面数来。
He was first in class, and I'm last in class.
全班有名。我初中还。 留级2次
And in junior high, I stayed in the same class twice.
有什么好啊
So what good is schooling?
对不对？不管如何，行行出状元。
So it doesn't matter. In each field, there is a master.
所以我引以为傲的。
There.
就是我这一生当中有留级2次。
So what I can be proud of is just to be staying in the same class twice.
留级的举手。
Is there anyone here who ever stay in the same grade twice?
那你留级几次？
Yeah. How many times though? Just once. How about you?
你呢
Once. You?
1次。
Huh? Once.
你留级2次啊
Twice? You?
气死了！还有人跟我一样。
Oh no! There are people who are like me.
排第一嘞。
I thought I was the only one or the first one.
我告诉你啊，留级2次啊，是我一生当中最高的荣誉。
That's my glory, to stay in the same class twice.
哇！ 什么人会赢过我落地2届？较早我们台湾话讲的“落地补吃菜补”。我留级还好，
They stayed in the same class, but luckily, I graduated from college, and I had the technical degree. And for English, I always cheated in exams. That's why my English is so bad. Had I known that I would immigrate to America, then I would definitely be best in my English class. The Independence Day. National Day, October 1st is Chinese National Day, but October 10 is Taiwan's day. We went shopping, and then my wallet was stolen, and then I said, "It's an independence, it's a national day. Aren't you on a break?" And then there was this voice that said, "Oh no, we're working overtime."
那下次他赢了，他赢了。今天晚上我睡不着。
I won't be able to sleep now.
我唱一个那个睡不着就要唱那个催眠曲，你知道吗？
If you can't sleep, you have to sing a lullaby. Let me sing one for you, okay?
快快睡，我宝贝，窗外天已黑，小鸟会巢去，太阳也要休息。天一亮出太阳，又是鸟语花香。天一亮出太阳，又是鸟语花香。快快睡，我宝贝，窗外天已黑，窗外天已黑，小鸟会巢去，太阳也要休息。天一亮出太阳，又是鸟语花香。天一亮出太阳，又是鸟语花香。我妈的北面后。